Just went to hit record. Got this guy. Wants to play. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Khierstyn, and in this video we are covering a question from Payman S, who wants to know what is the best way to contact influencers. And most importantly, how do you even choose influencers in the first place? Like, how do you, what's that whole conversation about? So we're gonna be covering that and more in this video. Also, until January 25th, we have a giveaway contest happening on this channel, where when you subscribe to the channel and you comment on our latest video, it could even be this video below, where you put your product name and the hashtag giveaway, you are entered for one of 3 spots to win our new product market validation giveaway program and funnel. This is great if you want a way to validate without a doubt any product within 30 days or less, and you also want a proven funnel that when implemented on market tested and validated products will increase the likelihood of someone buying your product up to 10 times normal market rate. And this funnel and system is really proven. We use this on the Jamstack launch. I'm actually repping their product right now. Jamstack, to raise over $100,000 in 14 hours. So really pumped about that. Insane value, and it's really easy to enter the giveaway. So just, again, subscribe to the channel and drop the comment below, hashtag giveaway with your product name, and I'm going to announce the winners on January 26th. So guys, back to the video. Okay, so Payman asks, great video, really informative. Would you be able to go over how you select influencers? Also, not sure if you've covered this before in one of your videos, but reaching out to media like TV, radio, newspaper, online magazines, journalists, and some guidance to what is the best way to reach out to them, which is awesome. Thank you. So let's cover that and break this down. So the first question he asks is, how do you select influencers? So an influencer is someone with an audience online, okay? An influencer is someone, when I look for relevance. Okay, relevance, it's super important. I find that the biggest mistake that people make when pitching anyone, like influencers, publicists, etc., is that they take a carpet bomb approach. They just think, you know what, I'm gonna take this list of 5,000 journalists and send them all the same email. And that doesn't work, right? You might get some bait, but what you want to do is make sure that you spend the time with a less is more approach. So what that means is that you are spending time on a handful of really good quality, high relevant influencers to go after. So you would want to work with an influencer because it is the fastest way to grow your audience by leveraging someone else's. So when you work with an influencer can literally be an author, it could be a YouTuber, it could be an Instagrammer, it could be a TikToker, it could be, if whatever those people are called, it could be anyone with a blog online, anyone who writes for TechCrunch, okay? At the end of the day, an influencer has an audience. And to first ask the question of how do you make sure you have the right influencer is you need to first get really clear on who your audience is, right? If you are selling a health food product, then your audience may be vegans or vegetarians or fitness nuts. They may be in the keto space, right? What are some keywords that you can associate with your audience? And then what you want to do is you want to start to pay attention to who your audience follows, who your audience pays attention to. What are some of the top blogs, podcasts, YouTube channels, shows they follow? That's going to give you an indicator of some of the influencers you want to go after, or the kinds of influencers. And then what you want to do is you want to do a search, a keyword search around some of those terms on Google, like hashtag health food blogger, yoga fitness instructors, etc., etc. And you want to start searching as if you are your own audience and start to see what comes up in the search history. And that is what's going to give you an indicator of some of the accounts that you need to start following. Then you'll know you have the right, like, a influencer that talks about your things in your space. So an influencer for you would be someone that should not be a direct competitor, but they need to talk to your audience. They need to have the same audience as you, but be offering value in a different way, okay? Then, only then, is when you have relevance. And when you combine that with like a good pitch that's personalized, then the more personalized it is, the better likelihood you have of not only getting a reply from that influencer or their team, but you also will ensure that you're having a higher likelihood of actually getting like a deal with these guys, right? So those are really the two things I look for. A less is more approach. So really spend the time nurturing those relationships, identifying the right influencers, and making sure that it's like a win-win for both of you guys by focusing on building a long-term relationship with their audience by providing value, okay? So that is number one with Payment's question, with how do you select influencers? Just make sure it makes sense, okay? Some influencers that I like to work with. So, for example, let's use one of our client products. We have Jamstack, right? So Jamstack, you can't really see that, but they're a portable electric guitar amplifier. And influencers that they go to use are YouTubers that teach guitar. They teach electric guitar. They could be things like Unbox Therapy, where you send Unbox Therapy a product, they do a product review for hardware, right? You want to look for relevancy for where your product kind of hangs out online and find the people that serve content to that audience. In terms of how to work with influencers, there are many different ways. Influencers are constantly looking for great value add content for their audience. So you could partner up with an influencer to do a giveaway. You could do a product review with a influencer. You could get them to do a write-up on you, an interview. Like there's different things where I would say when you identify the 15, 20, 25 influencers you really want to focus on, have a look and see how they're working with existing brands, and then that will give you an indicator of what sort of collaboration you could do with them, okay? So on to Payment's last question. What is the best way to reach out to influencers? Great question. It does depend on the kind of influencer that you have. If you are looking at, in this case, I talk a lot about physical products and working with brands online. So depending on how you want to collaborate, many times what you want to do is reach out to the influencer themselves. You could do it via DM on Instagram. You could do it by emailing their team. Depending on the size of the influencer, if they have a manager already, they may already have contracts in place where you would have to do like a sponsor deal. I would say just like when you go to reach out to this influencer, do some research and look on their YouTube channel for like about this channel to see if they have specific instructions of how they want to be contacted, or if they have information on their website for press inquiries, how best to reach out to them. And if there's no like funnel that they have set up already to from where you know where to go, then seriously just look at DMing them directly or sending them an email. And I've actually done another video you can check out on the best way to get an influencer to reply to your message, so I'll make sure you can have a link to that below this video to see more like that. And so really just, it is different, but I do recommend that you go for a direct message wherever possible. And if you cannot if you can't get the influencer, then going through that back door, through that team or through an admin on their page is going to be a really, really excellent way to do that. And also, there is not one right way to reach out to an influencer. Sometimes you have to try multiple channels before you hear back from someone. Sometimes when I'm hard to get a hold of, some of our best leads that turn into clients, they end up emailing and then DMing, and then they just try like different channels over the course of a few days before they get someone, right? So that happened to me over the holidays, so don't worry, I'm not like dropping the ball with like leads or contact or anything like that. But you know, when you want to get in contact with someone, it's definitely a great idea to try different channels if you don't hear back from them, especially if you're doing it on Twitter or anything like that. So influencers, I would say that people don't there's this if you have something that benefits an influencer's audience, don't think that you're bothering them by sending more than one email. Don't think, oh, I've sent one email and it got ignored. You don't want to set yourself up for failure by thinking that you're a bother or you don't have something of value. Because when you are pitching influencers, thinking about them and how you can add value to their audience, and knowing that influencers are constantly looking for value add content to send to their audience, you're doing them a favor if you find the right opportunity and the right kind of collaboration to do with them. So follow up. If you believe in what you're doing, please follow up. You're not a bother to the influencer. Stand out, take your time, do your research, and do what you can. That's like, apart from like the top mistakes that I see people making with influencers, where they don't take the time to do research, or they send the same email to literally thousands of reporters. It's like copy paste, like that's the worst, absolute worst. And also thinking that you're bothering them, or thinking that you don't have something of value. Those are probably the top 4 things that I think people get wrong when they start to approach influencers that have an audience bigger than them. Okay, they're human just like yourself, and just because they have 25,000 subs and you are just getting started doesn't make them any better than you. Okay, so apart from that, I'm going to leave you with that. And Payman, thank you for your comment. Guys, as you know, I do user-generated questions for me to create these videos. So if you have a question about Kickstarter, e-commerce, Ironman training, whatever it is, drop it below and you might find yourself getting featured in my next video. So apart from that, thank you so much. Hey guys, want to take a sip before that could have ended badly, but I want to take a sip before I say thank you for watching. If you are enjoying this content, be sure to hit subscribe and like this video. And apart from that, thank you so much, YouTube family. I love that you comment and like and enjoy the videos. So I will see you in our next video. Bye!